What do you get when you try to transform a desolate patch of land in the middle of a California drought? A lot of hard work. That's what Molly and John Chester found out while they were filming Biggest Little Farm. Lots of trials and tribulations prove that you can't go against Mother Nature. Well, we are with the couple of the hour. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
On so much, I guess, not just the premiere of this film, but of the years-long work that it's taken, not just to get here, but to sort of rehabitat a whole area. Tell me about the whole process.
Well, I mean, we integrated a farm within a reawakened ecosystem, and it wasn't an easy task, but we documented it, right, for 8 years.
I mean, you hear about things like this happening, but what was it like to really get your hands dirty?
I think it's what we wanted. We wanted to do it, and so it was a natural fit for us, and it's the lifestyle is just what we wanted.
Yeah. Well, you guys embarked on this journey for your own personal purposes, and here we are, what is it, 9 years later?
8 years, yeah.
With a film.
Yeah.
Did you intend to make a major motion picture?
No, not at all. In fact, it wasn't until year 5 that we realized that we had so much biodiversity returning to the farm that there was actually some really unique story to tell. So at that point, we knew we had to take the footage we had been shooting over the years, not knowing what we were going to do with it, and make this film.
And you've caught the attention of some big names as well, kind of joining and supporting you guys. Why is that so important? Why is a movie like this important? Aside from the amazing cinematography, by the way, it's absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
But there's a message here.
Yeah.
And it's like you're talking about biodiversity and drought, lots of stuff that, you know, a lot of people don't realize are plaguing the planet.
Right. I think, you know, we've been an incredible force of nature, humans, for a long time, and I don't think we've recognized the contribution that we've made unconsciously in a destructive way, to sort of flip that and think of it as something that we could be conscious in collaboration and actually play an enormous part in the reestablishment of biodiversity that ultimately will prolong, you know, our healthy existence here on this planet.
And it sounds like you guys made some attachments, pretty close attachments to some animal friends as well.
We have a couple of pigs and cows and sheep that are,
They're family members
pets.
now.
Yeah. But yeah.
Either you guys are animals or they're humans, something happened.
It all blends together.
There's so much cuteness in the trailer alone, animals all over, gorgeous nature, but there is one little tiny scene that I loved, and it's a mama snail with a little baby snail.
Yeah, that's a great one.
And a lot of people don't realize that snails are really important to biodiversity, right?
Well, yeah, the snails, in the particular case with the film, were really attacking our trees, so they were a pest. But you know, I'm sure that they play a role in transferring, you know, funguses and bacteria that are good too throughout, you know, soil systems. But in our case, they're a pest.
Yeah, we had to find a balance with the snails, but we did.
Well, that's what nature is, right? It comes up against you. Even though you think a snail's not going to be a problem, suddenly they're a big plague on you.
Yeah.
What was the biggest surprise in starting this farm and starting this endeavor?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. Oh, jeez. You
think,
got one?
Yeah, I think just how incredibly possible it is for, you know, other species within a balanced ecosystem to come back and actually play a role in helping you to protect a farm against epidemics of pests and disease. Like, you actually see collaborators in your efforts, and we're not used to looking to nature in that way. And it's just, I don't know, it's life affirming.
Yeah, watching things awaken is really powerful, and even if you have an idea that's where you're trying to head, once you see it actually be a force that you're working with, it's like, it blows your mind.
I can only imagine, because I love my houseplants, I can't imagine doing as much as you guys did. It had to like feel like you were giving birth.
Yeah, for sure. Oh,
Yeah,
definitely the farm is our first child.
8 years of
Bodhi
labor.
is our second.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple films in there and then children.
What was the hardest day?
Oh.
I think that's a hard. There's been a lot of fires.
Yeah.
Those have been really hard. I think.
Passing.
Spoiler alert.
Oh.
But if that happened, that would have been a problem.
As long as you don't give any end game, then we're good.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing for us was really figuring out how we were going to continue to have the right I think, perspective to continue to face what we had to face when you say you're going to collaborate on a farm with an ecosystem. You know, it's just, there's not a lot of manuals for that, but there's a lot of great resources in terms of people, but you have to figure out your own way.
How did things change once this started to become a movie? I mean, you obviously were documenting from the beginning, clumps of dirt.
I don't think it really changed anything. I don't know that really until we were editing the film that we ever thought there would really truly be a film. I mean, we had the intent around year 5 to start really capturing it in a different way, but it didn't. It was more just making sure that we were continuing to be honest with the things that were going wrong and allow that stuff to be filmed, even at great cost of embarrassment to us.
Wow.
Risking that we were going to look like novices, which we were, and I think it's seeing it now. I think we both realized that we had really done something,
It seems like you've approached this in a really humble way, and I guess nothing humbles you like nature, right?
Oh my gosh, you nailed it.
Yes, drop the
truth.
mic.
Yeah.
You just said it. Humility is a part of the process.
Yeah, we're just here on this planet, and it does what it wants.
It's got a 4.5 billion year head start on us.
Yeah. So what's next?
Mars? Yeah, Mars. We're gonna colonize. No, I think
Spring.
Yeah, spring.
On the farm. So we have a lot of fruit coming in. It's just that's our reality. Is really the farming side of it. And then John, I'm sure John's
paying
a
attention.
filmmaker, so who knows?
I mean, but I'm enjoying farming. That's what that's what got us here. So what's next is whatever the farm needs.
It's got to be amazing because you guys started and there was a drought, and then we had so much rain this year. It's great that you had so much growth because now the fruits of your labor literally are coming in.
Right? It's been amazing. And that's the whole thing. For 8 years we had the worst drought of 1,200 years. And now we end up with a year with 24 inches, which is the most rain I think I've ever seen in my 13 years or so being in California.
Well, I definitely think this is a movie you want to see on the big screen. Thank you two so much. Congratulations.
Thank you for seeing it. Yeah, thanks for your interest in it.
I can't wait. Thank you again.
All right, thank you.
I won't ask you any spoilers.
Don't ask me any spoilers.
They already gave me a spoiler.
They did what they say.
Thanks for ruining it. I'm not going to tell you.
There's a fire. I know there's a fire.
Well, you knew that.
Okay.
But someone might.
Oh no! Don't tell me that. Okay.
I'm not going to give you any spoilers.
Is it an animal or a human?
Come on, I can't.
All right, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
John Wick? Come on.
It's a little bit.
Yeah.
We're talking about the planet.
Yes,
I think the stakes are even higher.
Is that why you're here?
Yes, I'm here because, well, first of all, I'm a huge friend, supporter, and fan of Laurie David's. And also, I believe in the message of putting out stories about our planet, stories about our environment, stories about food, where we get food, sustainability. I've got kids, and we all have a kid in our planet that we have to take care of. So I love that this movie was made, and I'm very excited to see it get out there.
I think the only other movie that took this long to be made was like Avatar or something.
Yeah. Well, that along with many documentaries, I don't even want to liken it to Making of a Murder. That was 10, 12 years in the making. When you're compiling real stories, it takes time.
Yeah, you can't rush plants. They got to grow.
You can't rush plants. That's a great quote. You can't rush plants.
Well, I'm excited to see it. Thanks for stopping.
I am too.
What else are you working on?
Well, I'm excited that this show that Lisa Kudrow and I have been producing for a decade almost is going back to NBC, which is where our roots were.
Yeah.
So speaking of roots and plants and radishes and carrots, that was my tie-in.
That was your transition.
But I'm excited about doing Who Do You Think You Are and waiting on the news of pilots. It's a crazy time of year.
How talented is Lisa Kudrow?
She's one of my best friends, my partner, and I'm her biggest fan. So,
it's so crazy.
A talented writer, a talented performer, and producer. So,
how long have you guys known each other?
We've known each other for over 20 years. We've been partners for 17 years.
Wow, it was just instant then.
It was, we became instantly friends and wanted to work together.
Incredible. Well, we can't wait. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's always a
Thank
pleasure,
you so
Dan.
much.
Good to see you. too quick?
Oh, no, what's this?